Hi, welcome to Indie Production Source, Episode 4. My name is Charles Stewart Jr.
And I'm Kelly Nealon. And in case it's your first time watching, Indie Production Source is a show that encompasses everything to do with independent video production.
Some of you might remember our very first Fresh Find was a program called Celtics. Well, they just announced that they're officially version 1.0 now, which means they're out of beta, so to speak. And they've got a ton of new features, and we're going to show you one of them right now.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Mike Jones, and I'm a filmmaker and writer and head of technological arts at the International Film School in Sydney, Australia. I want to take the next 60 seconds to talk about one of the hot new features in Celtics 1.0, something that really allows for the writer to think very flexibly about their writing and approach it in their own unique way. It's the new Adapt To feature. In simple terms, the Adapt To feature allows you to take any kind of script that you have in Celtics, be it a stage play or a screenplay, an AV2 column, even the new comic book layout, and adapt it to a completely different type of formatting. So in one step and one click, you can take your screenplay and turn it into a stage play. You can take your AV2 column and turn it into a screenplay. You can take your screenplay and convert it into a comic book or graphic novel layout. Whilst you're still left with the task of conceptually and narratively adapting your script from one format to another, the legwork of changing the formatting of that script from one format to another is done for you. And that leaves you more time to be creative.
Okay, and that was the Adapt To feature you just saw. They've added a lot of new features on there. They've got scheduling enhancements, storyboard enhancements. You can also change things to comic book format now, and those are just a few of them. If you go to the website, Celtics.com, CELTX.com, and check it out, they'll have a whole list of their new features, and you can download the new version there.
Cool.
So.
I can only imagine how much time that's going to save with the Adapt To.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's really cool that you could write your script out, and then you want to change it to a play, you just adapt it. You don't have to reformat it.
Yeah.
So.
People are going to be happy about that. All right, so let's get on with the Fresh Find.
On this week's Fresh Find, I want to talk about the website modelmayhem.com. Usually when you're a beginning filmmaker or actor, you don't really have a lot of resources to pull from. Well, this is where Model Mayhem comes in. It's basically an online community where everyone is helping each other out. So most actors, when they start out, they need headshots. And if you're an actor, usually you don't have a ton of money to spend, especially when you're starting out. So what you would do is you go to the website and create a profile. And then from the profile, you can do a casting call and request photographer, wardrobe person, makeup, or hair. All right, now this is where it gets cool. If you have money to pay them, that's great. But if you don't, they have what they call a workforce status, which means everyone's willing to work for free as long as you give them a copy of the finished product to use in their portfolio. While the site's more geared towards modeling, you can definitely use it for filmmaking, because most of the time, a person that does makeup, hair, or wardrobe on photography shoots will also work on films. And then also, I think it's safe to say most models are usually dabble in the acting field as well. So it's worth at least asking them to see if they're interested. If you'd like to know more, go check out the website at modelmayhem.com. Just a word of caution though, if you go on there, and I know there's a lot of pretty girls on there, don't try using it as a dating service, because I guess it happens a lot because they've got disclaimers all over the website saying if you try to do that, they'll delete your profile. So again, just use it for work, and I think you'll be safe. If you know of a free or low-cost service, website, or program, email me at ipsource.tv@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to include it in our next Fresh Find. And that's it for this week's Fresh Find.
So that last part on there must have been, you found out the hard way, must have been you.
No, if you go check out the frequently asked questions, and pretty much all throughout their website, they say do not try to use this as a dating service, because I guess there's
some people try and...
No, there's just people. I guess a lot of people that see these, beautiful models, and they're just trying to hook it up. So,
so don't do it.
Yeah,
because you'll get kicked off like he did. So.
No, but yeah, I think it's a pretty cool website. I mean, you definitely can use it as a resource to network, like I said, with other filmmakers.
Yeah,
and
it's cool that people doing hair and take pictures and models, and everyone's working together to get that end product, which is, everyone cares about that end goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool they're working together for a portfolio piece. I mean, granted, you can pay, so don't think it's just totally free, but if you don't have the money, some people are willing to do it.
Everyone's just trying to help each other out, which is cool.
Yeah, and with that being said, next is the plug.
For this week's plug, we're featuring Automaton Transfusion. It ranked in Fangoria's top 10 horror films of 2006. It's about a government project gone horribly wrong when reanimated corpses go on a rampage. So check out the trailer. This is Automaton Transfusion. This is insane. And after watching that, you can see why Fangoria ranked in the top 10 horror films of 2006. The film was shot in 20 days in Orlando and other Florida cities, written and directed by Stephen C. Miller. The budget was around $35,000 and got distribution through Dimension Extreme. For more information on Automaton Transfusion, check out myspace.com/atransfusion. And that's this week's The Plug.
That thing was gory as hell.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, it was cool. I mean, I've only seen the trailer, but it looks like it definitely delivers in the action gore department.
Yes,
so.
I think a lot of people will be happy about that. I know good gore is sometimes hard to find, so
yeah,
I think this delivers.
Yeah, it definitely delivers in that department.
Yeah.
So, all right. With that being said, let's go into the interview. We have a new intern that's helping us out. No, actually.
Yeah, he's actually one of the producers of the show. He's going to do an interview with Susan Buice from Four-Eyed Monsters, so go easy on him. It's his first time.
This is the interview.
All right, I'm here with Susan Buice, one of the writer-directors of feature film Four-Eyed Monsters. I just want to start off by asking how this idea came about. Where did it come from?
Well, it's actually based on my true story with Aaron. We actually met over the internet and started like a relationship in which we would get together, but we wouldn't actually speak to one another. And that started to make us communicate through like writing and art and videos and things like that. So we started to kind of have like all these byproducts of our relationship, which was this media. And we felt like we were kind of learning new things about intimacy and communication. So we decided once we went into a more normal phase of relationship where we're talking and we moved in together that we wanted to continue collaborating about the same subject matter. So we actually started to reenact the things that we had done, and that was the beginning of creating our film. Some aspects of the film that are the real stuff, like there's a few scenes that are real footage that we sent back and forth to one another, and towards the end of the movie it starts to become the real stuff. But in the beginning beginning phases of the film, we actually reenacted a lot of the things. But in doing so, we kind of brainstormed these scenes that had really occurred, and would shoot them, and then would realize upon shooting them how we wanted to show them differently and what we were trying to get across in the scene. So it kind of made us have to dig a lot deeper into what those actual experiences have been, and actually caused more kind of discovery in that sense. So yeah, most of the film is actually reenacted, but then we started making the video podcast series, which is all documentary.
Okay, well that sort of leads into my next question. So did you guys plan to distribute it before you shot it, or while you shot it, or did it happen afterwards you decided, or how, as far as distribution, how did that come about?
Well, I think we just started making it just wanting to make something. I mean, I don't even think that it was necessarily